You might think you've seen everything there is to see about John Farnham, but recently discovered tapes have shed new light on the iconic Aussie's career.
7 News Spotlight has combed through the old footage and interviewed some of our country's biggest stars for Sunday's special tribute, The Lost Tapes of John Farnham. He's the unofficial voice of our nation. Now, Spotlight is revealing the hidden moments of Whispering Jack, lost for decades.
Even now, I haven't got the nerve to go up to the girl and ask her to dance with me.
My son Robert gives me hell.
Oh, the mullet, Dad, the mullet!
Featuring high-profile interviews with iconic Australians.
There were a lot of people on set that day holding cables and, pretending to do things because it was, the voice was coming to town.
When I was younger, so much younger than today.
And a brand new performance for a Farnham classic.
Two strong hearts, reaching out forever like a river to the sea, running free.
This is one tribute you don't want to miss.
The mullet! Go, I get hell.
Joining us now is Spotlight host Michael Usher. Good morning to you, Mush.
Yeah, good to see you, Dave.
Well, footage we've never seen before and remarkable to see it now.
Quite extraordinary. We were talking in the office after that wonderful documentary aired, and someone said, there's this whole archive of John Farnham performing at Telethon in Perth that no one's seen. And when we got hold of the archivist, they've said no one's looked at this vision in a couple of decades because he's been so generous with performing at charities over the years, and Telethon's been one of them. Then we started digging further. Then we started having archivists telling us that no one's requested this for ages. So we started looking through it all. There are interviews, there are performances, because he's been so generous. And interestingly, back in the day when radio wasn't exactly picking him up, TV embraced him. So there's this wonderful TV archive of all these lost tapes of John Farnham. And there's some magic moments, all the duets that he's done over time, and there's Olivia there. That's obviously one of his better ones that we remember him for.
And interestingly, we were all both in tears, weren't we, watching this doco? And that's one of the things that is featured, the fact that no radio station would play him. And as we know, coming from Perth, for more than 50 years, it's been such an institution. It must be phenomenal.
Phenomenal, and he was so generous in doing that. But there are just some, we've got this wonderful moment. We've got Shannon Noll and Nat Bass to get back and sing some of the songs as well in this studio performance. So we're going to thread that through the documentary that we're putting to air on Sunday night as well. And some beautiful moments too. I sat down with Kate Ritchie.
Yes.
And she has this beautiful TV moment. I reckon it's a really gold TV moment in Australian history, where in 1988, the storyline goes that young Sally's in bed with the chicken pox and she misses out on John Farnham coming to town. So John Farnham comes to her bedside in her bedroom on the set of Home and Away, and here she is talking about it. She remembers it with such affection. She was only 9, the age of her daughter now, so she's got this really interesting perspective on the whole thing. And John, Farnham sings, "Help me if you can, I'm feeling
here it is.
Look at it.
And they shot it all in a day because she was a child actor, so she couldn't work a lot of hours. So John Farnham comes into the studios, gets it all done, and there's Nat Bass there and Shannon Noll. This is a beautiful moment too.
I actually remember that Home and Away
episode.
I do,
I remember 1988, and I love putting this together because, with the team, I shouldn't say just me putting it together, the whole team on Spotlight putting it together, because that year of 1988, you've got the bicentenary, you've got John Farnham at his best with his mullet in full flight as well.
Expo.
Home and Away Expo, and one of his Expo performances that we use in the start of the show is spine-tingling. It's really fantastic. But these are all these live TV moments that just get shoved in an archive and lost. So anyway, we found them.
Well, the doco is the most successful in Australian history, so I can imagine what this is going to be like, Michael. Thank you very much. And you can watch The Lost Tapes of John Farnham at 8:50 p.m. That's this Sunday on 7 and 7+.